begin this tour beside the John Fulenwider historical marker on North Lincoln Street. This marker is an excellent place to begin because it gives visitors the central figure, the main industry, and the approximate starting date for the story of High Shoals. The marker identifies Fulenwider as the founder of High Shoals Ironworks about 1795, one of the first producers of pig iron by the charcoal process, a revolutionary patriot, and a man buried only a short distance away. In a few lines, the marker introduces the interpretive problem of the store. High Shoals is not simply the story of one surviving building. It is a layered landscape where memory, transportation, water power, industrial production, textile redevelopment, and community life overlap. Fulenwider's significance becomes clearer when we place him within the larger industrial history of late 18th century North Carolina. State historical materials explain that North Carolina encouraged iron production through legislation passed in 1788, which offered a tax deferral and land grant to those who would develop functioning ironworks. It seems that High Shoals is part of a broader movement to develop local manufacturing capacity in a young state that still depended heavily on agricultural and raw materials. Fulenwider's ironworks belonged to this early industrial world. When iron manufacturing required ore, wood, charcoal, water, labor, transportation, access, and capital. The marker also helps visitors see why local history matters. Fulenwider was not an abstract industrialist working in a distant city. He was tied to the physical landscape around him. The most important foundry was at High Shoals. The products associated with his work included nails, farm implements, wire irons, wagon wheels, and other practical tools. During the War of 1812, the High Shoals Ironworks produced cannonballs for the American Army. Those details make this place significant beyond local memory. The site connects Gaston County and the South Fork River to the wider history of war production, regional manufacturing, and the early industrial development of the Piedmont area of North Carolina. As we stayed at this marker, look beyond the sign itself. Notice the road, the nearby residences, the bridge corridor in the larger landscape, and the burial site nearby. The marker is not a museum object placed inside a controlled exhibit. It sits within the town. That matters because this tour is about interpreting a living landscape. Some historical features survive clearly, others are altered, overgrown, or gone. The historian's job is to connect visible evidence with documentary sources and to help visitors understand why the landscape developed as it did. At this first stop, visitors should come away with the main claim of the tour. High Shoals began as an early iron-making landscape and later changed into a cotton mill and residential community. But the river, roads, and memory sites still preserve that layered history. Done.